Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have some very strong Taurus energy. This is a Prince of Pentacles. This is the builder, right? So what are we building? I feel like you have this very committed energy. You have this very intense dedication to something that you show up every day. You're putting in the work, right? Let's put this into some context. Let's see what might be going on with this. Oh, now we've got your power card. We've got the Leo energy here. The two princes. I don't know if this might be talking about two brothers. Okay. But really what I'm feeling here is that this is you taking something that you are dedicated to, something that you are committed to. You're showing up every day, but you're bringing a little bit of that Leo flair. You're bringing a little bit of that innovation, a little bit of creativity into it, right? Gosh, and now we've got another Prince of Cups. Now, this could be, it really could be representing you. All three of these could be you, right? Different aspects of you. I think this is the deeper emotional connection that you have with the work that you're doing that is inspiring you to be creative, to innovate, to really take the lead on something and to really, I think, break out of this kind of conventional way of doing things. You might be like taking over a business, taking over a project, taking the lead on some matter, some project, some event or something, and you're doing it your way. And you're really putting your heart and soul into something that, now we've got a princess. Gosh, we got a lot of court cards here. Princess of Pentacles now. Maybe a connection with Northern Europe for some of you. It may actually be that there's a younger female energy that is, it's almost like you had to step in to to do something on their behalf or to do something for them or with them, or that is kind of elevating them in some way, right? Now we've got that Tower energy, we've got a Five of Cups, we've got the Hermit, we've got the Star, and the Three of Pentacles. This is something that has a very strong, physical component to it, right? So there's, I think that you're someone that works with your hands. I think you're getting dirty with something, right? You're getting your hands in something, and it's really meant to elevate something. I'm getting this feeling that maybe it's with this Tower card. Maybe it's actually something that we're rebuilding. It could be someone in your family. There's a lot of these court cards here. Makes me feel of a family, you know. Let's select the mystery card first and go from there. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're going to set down right here. We're going to put Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. Bates, right there on top of that. Anyone knows why the frog's called Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. Bates? Let me know in the comments. I haven't asked that question in a while, and he's been around for a few months here, so I want to see who's been paying attention, you know. But that card's going to tie everything together. It's going to give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it down in the comments, all right? Let's do it together. Let's make it interactive. Yeah, you're here. Might as well put you to work. But I feel like you've got a lot of work on your plate already. We've got all these court cards here. And this really feels to me, especially when we're kind of contrasting it with the Hermit, this is something that you have been asked to help with. Maybe not, though. And what I mean is maybe you weren't asked, right? Maybe there's this, maybe this is something that you just kind of stepped up and started doing. You saw a need and you said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to like be of service. I'm going to help. I think that someone in your life, maybe this, maybe a younger female energy, I feel like they were in some kind of trouble. Or I feel like you've helped them kind of get out of a bad situation and get back on their feet. To kind of, I don't know if you've maybe, if you reached out to somebody in your family or somebody near you or that you met or experienced, and if you gave them a job or you're trying to help them get back on their feet. Maybe you work in that sort of environment. Maybe the work you do is geared towards helping get people back on their feet, right? Maybe you're it's a community organization, a charitable thing, some sort of community services or counseling, or like job career preparation, something along those lines. I feel like that's the kind of energy you have, where you're trying to help people rebuild their lives. Yeah. Even though I feel like I feel like you're a little bit of an introvert. See, we've got that hermit energy here in the environment. It's kind of a little bit of an introvert. But what I also think this is talking about is that you work in a kind of environment that you really have to like protect yourself from. And what I mean is you don't want other people's problems to necessarily become your own. And that's part of this tower energy too, I feel like. I feel like you really do work with your hands. I feel like someone in your life, and if there is a specific person, they have a J name, Jan, Joanne, Jason, John, something like that. But I feel like this is really something about building or rebuilding. Yeah, so in some way you are helping people to get themselves out of a bad situation and to rebuild their own lives. Not that you're doing it for them. You're maybe teaching them the tools or kind of giving them a hand to do that. At the same time, with this hermit energy, you don't want you don't want other people's problems to become your own. So even in the midst of all of this activity and work that you do, you have to protect yourself, right? You have to, you have to kind of shield yourself from taking on the issues, the emotional stuff, or the any kind of the energy of the people that you're helping, right? And I think that really is a significant part of this for you. I feel like a lot of you have. I see a bear. Spirit's showing me a bear. I feel like the bear is kind of like one of your spirit animals or totem animals, because I feel there's this very strong kind of powerful energy in your life around you. Maybe there is an older male energy that has passed. Maybe that's the J name. But I feel there's something with the bear there. I don't know if they were called the bear or if it's just that's one of your spirit animals. But I feel that there's that kind of big presence, that big powerful presence that's still in your life, spiritually, energetically. Yeah. And maybe that's has been an influence on you, something that maybe has pushed you into this line of work or into this kind of energy, right? Someone that inspired you in that way, not pushed you, but inspired you in that way. Okay, let's keep going. Now the 10 of Swords, I think, is part of your energy here internally. And I feel like as much as you are out here helping others, because there are others here, right, with these court cards, I also feel like you're making breakthroughs in your own life in a spiritual way. And it could be that you're really finding a meaning and a purpose and this kind of spiritual energy in this work that you do. And I feel like it is really allowing you to explore some things about yourself. Who in your life has the really bad temper? I'm getting someone like, I kind of have like a yelling energy kind of behind me. I feel like someone in your life is kind of known for their mouth or known for their temper. Maybe that's kind of some of these things that we're trying to work through too. And it's through helping and being of service and exploring our own internal psychic spiritual energy. Yeah, because what I feel like you're doing this work that is really it's geared towards these other people, but I feel like it has tremendous benefits for you, right? That it's kind of like you're healing yourself, you're helping yourself, you're rebuilding yourself by helping others to do the same, right? And it might be part of this idea with the Tower too, that we're taking down walls and we're kind of rebuilding our life and our strength and our awareness and our consciousness, as part of this whole process, right? Let's go over to the Path of the Serpent now. And as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I feel that there was this connection with Northern Europe or some place where it's kind of a woodsy area, right? It's one of those kind of cool and damp, maybe Pacific Northwest or Northern Europe. It's kind of a damp climate. And I don't know if that's maybe where your ancestry is or where you live or where you kind of vacation to, or maybe where some of this activity is going to take place. Because there is a little bit of this idea of dissatisfaction. So I wonder if there are plans that you're kind of entertaining of moving or relocating. I kind of get this feeling that whatever this work is that you're doing, you have an idea to expand it or to bring it to a different place, right? That's something that you're working on here. Maybe you're saying, well, hey, why don't I go to Washington and start one of my own, right? Something like that. If this is a specific person, if there is this younger female energy in your life that you're directly assisting, I feel like you have to be careful because a lot of their emotional energy it does seem to be kind of clinging to you a little bit. We've got that 5 of Cups over here. But I wonder if you are helping somebody directly. Maybe this is the business kind of thing, but you made this personal connection and you're kind of helping them kind of extracurricular, right? Outside of the kind of the business hours, right? But with the 5 of Cups here in the general energy, I feel like this is making you rethink a lot of things in your life. See, we've got the 10 of Swords and a 5 of Cups. I feel like there's a certain dissatisfaction in something for you, right? I almost feel like, Spirit's showing me an image of someone just staring outside the window of their house and watching the rain come down. Yeah, and it might be one of these things where it's we're kind of wishing for nicer weather, that we see all the storms outside and we just have to stay inside so we don't get soaking wet. But we really want to go out and play and have fun and we want the weather to be nice. I wonder if you're someone who is very often in the kind of bad weather. Maybe literally Pacific Northwest, rainy, vibes, but maybe figuratively. Maybe you're very much immersed in the kind of the pain and sorrow and difficulty and challenges of life, of other people's lives, of your work, that it's kind of like we're sitting there, we're protected, we're sheltered from the rain, but that's all we're looking at. That's all we can see. It seems like that's all there is out there, right? So I wonder if there's a little bit of this idea, this kind of, this growing urge or need to kind of, to rebuild, to move, or to kind of, to have this breakthrough or to change something about our situation now, right? Let's see. Well, we talked about the 5 of Cups, and to me, that's kind of that rainy weather, right? And the 10 of Swords is that idea that we want to change something about this. Yeah. And of course, the Hermit. We talked about the Hermit. I'm still getting that J name. I still feel like this is something that you do with your hands that is helping people kind of get out of bad situations and rebuild their lives or something. And I feel like this is something that's kind of meant for you. I feel like I kind of feel like you had a tarot reading, or maybe someone read your astrology chart or read your palm even. I feel like you met with some sort of a psychic person or a spiritualist and they told you something about this. Does that ring a bell? That they maybe predicted that this is the kind of work you were going to be going into. right? Or that this is what you're meant for. This is what is kind of written on your aura, that sort of thing. Because I feel like this was something that you wouldn't really have thought about doing otherwise. And I know we had that father figure, with that kind of the big, strong presence kind of energy that was an inspiration for you. But I don't know if that really gave you the specifics, if that person, or if it was this psychic spiritualist person that kind of gave you more of the details that you're going to be working in that industry, in that area, doing those things, right? But anyway, the difficult thing here is that star card. So this is the obstacle, rather, right? This is, I think the questioning. I think we're kind of looking for that spiritual confirmation. See, when we look around these cards, we see a lot of kind of reds and oranges and yellows and reds and oranges and yellows, and we've got a little bit of blue here, a little bit of blue here in the Five of Cups, and then a lot of blue here as well, right? Blue, purple, more spiritual kind of implications here. So I feel like you're someone who's still looking for the right path in their life. And I think it is through this work that you're doing that you're starting to discover what is and is not part of your path, what is and is not meant for you. And you're starting to have these kinds of questions and thoughts and breakthroughs. So we've got the blue here. We're trying to live authentically. We're trying to discover who we are and where we belong. And then we've got the Five of Cups, which is it's a blending of the blue of this and some of the red and oranges and yellows of this stuff. So now it's kind of like the transitional period. We're starting to think, well, there's something not quite exactly perfect about what I'm doing right now, or where I'm doing it, or who I'm doing it with. And then we get to the star card, and now we're completely in this other kind of form of energy. So I like that it's kind of a blending here with this, where we're starting to realize that maybe we've been staring out at the rain too long, and we need some sunshine or some starlight. Right? We don't want the clouds and the rain and the storms. We want to be able to see the sky. We want to be able to see the starlight and receive that kind of spiritual confirmation. And I wonder if that's the kind of quest that you're on now. Okay. The Three of Pentacles. I like the Three of Pentacles. This makes me very happy, because the Three of Pentacles is... This is the understanding the process of creation on the physical plane. So to me, this is saying that you can go anywhere and make a life and be successful. You don't have to stay in the rainy part of the world, right? I wonder if there is kind of this desire to relocate to a warmer climate. Maybe go south, go closer to the equator. You can make a life anywhere. You can thrive anywhere because you know how to do it. You know how to put things together. You know how to make money. You know how to make things work. You're very adaptable. You understand the process of creation on the physical plane. You can go anywhere and learn the way of life, learn the customs, learn the procedure, learn the language. You seem like you learn things real easy. You pick up on things really, really easily. And that's really an adaptability. And I think that you can take yourself, your life, your energy, and go anywhere and do anything. So let's look at the mystery card. Let's see if there's a hint or a clue about what or where you might be doing some of this stuff. Maybe we'll get a little a hint of the southern hemisphere, or at least kind of down closer to the equator. I'm expecting this card to be either a Princess of Wands or something harmonious, a 6 or a 9 of something. Hopefully not swords. A 9 of Cups or Pentacles would be great. A 9 of Wands would be okay. But a 6 or a 9, I think, is kind of what we need here. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Okay. See what we got. Well, Wheel of Fortune, well, even better. Now, this confirms what I was saying about the spiritualist or the palm reader or the psychic or something that you visited. And I don't know if maybe they didn't give you any details about your future, like in that way. But I think that is something that's true for a lot of you, that you've consulted those kinds of people before. And I don't think the YouTube tarot reading is the same thing. I feel like it's in person, one-on-one. As like a kind of, as a consultation, right? Maybe you've had a personal reading from me in the past, something along those lines. But to me, this is also part of this idea that you can go anywhere and do anything. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And to me, it's kind of like spin the wheel, spin the globe, and wherever your finger lands is where you're going to go. It's as good a shot as any. Right? Because you have that ability to kind of make things work anywhere you are. Maybe we need a change of scenery. Maybe we need to kind of just kind of go walkabout for a while, So the Wheel of Fortune, I think, is this promise that things are going to be okay, that things will work out, and you will have prosperity, you will have luck, you will have a lot of expansiveness, a lot of the prosperity really is what I am feeling. And I wonder if part of this is that, you've been starting to feel as if, the wheel is turning, right? And we were maybe on top, and now maybe we're coming towards the bottom of the wheel. And that's where we start getting into a 5 of Cups kind of feeling, and a 10. It's kind of like, well, the wheel, I hope it keeps going, right? That we don't get stuck kind of between the rubber and the road, And I think that's what's going on, that you're realizing now that this wheel has to keep turning and things are going to change, and it might be time for a change. And change is not something that we can schedule, right? This is the cosmic wristwatch. This is Spirit's timepiece. And Spirit operates on a different schedule than we do. And we can't say, okay, well, it's 2024 now. Now I'm going to make the big changes in my life. Now I feel that it's time. No, sometimes Spirit prompts us. We get this feeling. We get this itch. We get this uneasiness. And that's kind of the confirmation that says, it must be time now, right? Maybe I wasn't scheduling the big change until, 5-10 years from now, but here it is. Yeah. So we kind of have to go with it. And if this is where we're feeling, if this is what Spirit's leading you toward, then we might have to explore that. Okay. I think this is a very, very good confirmation card. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link either up in the corner or down below in the video description. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday. But I'm here every day, 6 a.m. sharp. So come on back, see me tomorrow. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything at all. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Okay? I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.